Now, I was browsing through the Paradoxum Games store, and I noticed this. DJ Booth figurine sold out. Sold out. Now, if you try and find any archives for the DJ Booth figurine, so apparel, obviously not any apparels, but any bundles, nope. Plush, oh, it's obviously not plush. Accessories, is it here? Oh yes, DJ Booth figurine. Yeah, not really sold out, is it? No, more cancelled. $60. Join the rave. Comes with a free in-game skin. Right. Ended March 24th. Pre-order ended March 24th. Production cancelled. Refunds completed early April. Now, I actually can confirm I actually did get a refund of not only the DJ Booth figurine, but also the non-existent shipping that came with the DJ Booth figurine because it was cancelled. So yes, Tower Defense Simulator didn't scam anyone. Now, the initial reason why was like a bit of a palaver saying, yes, the thing was actually going to be produced and it was actually going to ship out to people, and no, you're not getting a refund. It's because there was a disconnect between the supplier for this, Juniper Creates, and the developers. On Twitter, Tower Defense Simulator said, we're aware of an issue where our DJ Booth figurine campaign incorrectly showed that it was going into production despite not reaching the 1,000 unit goal. Paradoxum Games does not manage the merch store directly. Our partners at Juniper Creates do. So even though you can see here DJ Booth figurine stuff here, it looks like Paradoxum Games made this, you know, it's got the Paradoxum Games logo on the thing. No, actually, Juniper Creates made this whole website. As you can see, if you scroll all the way down here, it says by Juniper Creates at the very bottom. So this website, even though it looks like it's made by Paradoxum Games, it's actually made by Juniper Creates. Shop.paradoxum.games is not technically ran by Paradoxum Games. I mean, yeah, the products, I guess, are done in collaboration with Paradoxum Games, but it's more Juniper Creates licensing out the Paradoxum Games IP, basically. So that's what they mean by Paradoxum Games does not manage as merch store directly. Our partners at Juniper do. They caught an automation error that mistakenly showed production info instead of refund details once the timer expired. They didn't catch it. Other people caught it and then emailed Paradoxum Games, and they've corrected it. Furthermore, we apologize for the confusion. All pre-orders will be refunded in full. If you place a pre-order, an email should be hitting your inbox soon with more info. That was actually true. I got an email saying that they were going to refund all orders of the DJ Booth figurine, and then a week later, I actually got the refund into my credit card. I actually didn't use my debit card. Normally I use my debit card for these type of purchases, but I was going to use my credit card purely because I knew, or I thought, there was going to be some sort of palaver, which meant that I might have to activate some section 80 or whatever of the credit card thing to actually claim back my purchase in case things went tits up, basically. And it nearly did. So I was about to enact some credit card, insurance claim or whatever it is, for a purchase that I did for the first time ever. But no, the developer sorted it out. Now, after the refund and this correction made by Paradoxum Games, they actually removed all of the things that said, yes, we actually extended it. So previously, here, there was like some extension things that said, yes, extended until the 24th of March. No, they just converted it back to the original image, removing any mentions of the extension. Probably because it was a bit too embarrassing for them to say, we extended it, and you still didn't even get halfway. Furthermore, they do still mention that it comes with an in-game skin, even though we're not getting this in-game skin. But here, you can clearly see that this in-game skin is actually just a artist drawing of it, not an actual version inside the game. So it seems to me as if they didn't actually make the skin and actually add it to the game. So this is probably lost media. Furthermore, what else is lost media is the fact that they removed the other mentions of the goals. So they obviously we didn't reach 1,000 sales, but we didn't even reach 3,000 sales nor 6,000 sales. And there were targets for those. There were actually exclusive stuff that was going to be released for those people if we reached that goal. However, we never did, and it seems like developers have scraped it from their website. Luckily, we are the Tower Defense Simulator Wiki. We actually record everything. So if you go down here, you can see this is what they claimed to give you once figurines were sold. And actually, we saved the GIF of this. So here, 3,000 sales figurines will give you a glow-in-the-dark DJ Booth figurine. I don't know why it goes to blank. And as you can see, this is what it's meant to look like. It's just the website doing that. Can only apologize for this. So at 3,000 figurines, we would have gotten a glow-in-the-dark DJ Booth figurine. This is probably what it would not have looked like this, probably. This is just like a cheap rendition of it. We get a name tag and a in-game skin. Now, we actually know what this name tag actually looks like because Bard VFX actually made this name tag. So, even though the skin might be lost media, this name tag still is technically lost media because you can't actually get it in the game, but we actually have a rendition of what it looks like here. However, as we didn't reach 1,000, let alone 3,000, it's not going to be actually implemented into the game. So yeah, in that regard, nobody can get it, and I don't believe that any of the developers can even get it because it's not added to the game. So lost media and unreleased content in that regard. At 1,000 sales, we would have only gotten the in-game skin plus the DJ figurine. We can't even get that. And at 6,000, we would have gotten a ultimate in-game skin, so that is like an ultimate rarity, plus the name tag, which is unchanged from what we saw previously. This ultimate in-game skin, people keep getting confused with the fact that an ultimate skin means that you buy it with Robux and everyone else in the game can get it. No, I believe an in-game skin means that it's an ultimate rarity because it looks cool, I guess, and has special effects, and only those who bought the DJ booth figurine and we reached 6,000 figurines sold would actually get the ultimate skin. Again, this ultimate skin, we were so far off that this basically is lost media, and we'll never see it in the light of day again. That being, it looks yellow and it looks like there's a pair of DJ booth stuff. I don't know. Now, as many people actually point out, this actually looks a bit Daft Punky. They are a French duo, and this is what they look like. This image here of Daft Punk, this encapsulates what this DJ booth figurine actually could look like. You see the silver helmet? Looks quite similar to this. You see these helmets? Look similar to both of these. You know, this golden guy here. Now, I believe they've actually split up. So, yes. I don't know how Emmanuel Macron actually feels about that. But you can see this is what their helmets actually look like combined. But looks quite similar to this. So, we might have got... This might actually be a Daft Punk DJ booth. And actually, did you know that the DJ booth default music is actually based on Daft Punk's music? I think it's Work It, something. Nope, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger by Daft Punk. So, I believe, if that was the case, that we actually got 1,000 sales, there might be an exclusive track by Daft Punk. I'm not saying Daft Punk are the ones making it. No. More like Focus made a soundtrack that's similar to like Daft Punk music or inspired by Daft Punk music, like a remix, for example. Now, that could be lost media. There could be a secret Daft Punk soundtrack in the game or made by Focus that hasn't been released into the game or heard by anyone. That would be very interesting to know. But as far as I'm aware, there is actually no skin in the game for it. So people saying that you should release the skin anyways, telling the developers to release the skin anyways, that's actually not the case, because I don't believe there was ever a skin made for it, because, I mean... The skin itself wasn't actually guaranteed, and you didn't actually get the skin on the first purchase. But that being said, one of the banners on the Paradoxum Games store says DJ Booth figurine sold out, when the DJ Booth figurine hasn't actually sold out, it was just cancelled. Again, this is Juniper Creates that's making this, not Paradoxum Games. But it's very interesting that they only have a sold out banner rather than, cancelled banner, or you didn't reach the target banner. In fact, I don't even know why they mention it. DJ Booth figurine sold out when it was never sold out in the first place, because it never reached 1,000 sales. But yes, that is the entire saga, or the entire ending saga of the DJ Booth figurine. I don't really care too much that it wasn't made. I just wanted to see what would happen and see if I actually got a full refund, which I did. And that's all that matters to me, that I got a full refund back to my credit card, so that I didn't need to do a chargeback. Whether there's anything made for the DJ Booth figurine that we never actually got in the game, I don't know. I don't think so, apart from possibly an unreleased soundtrack by Focus and definitely that name tag. But I don't think there was any skins that is missing from the game, because it wasn't ever made. There are probably some like renders for it, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't get this, but there was never any skin in the game.